Hello, this is where you don't want to build a campsite. Out in the middle of a field, as you can see, there's a lot of wind and stuff. The sun is really hot, but also at night it'd be really cold since it's all open. And there's a lake over there, so it's not too good because you have all that breeze right onto you. So if I were to build a campsite right here, it'd get super windy and cold. So over here, you do not want to build a campsite here as it's very muddy and you're in the middle of a trail and there's bikes that could easily run you over, like this one. And it's all mucky and you build one, you're gonna be sleeping in water. As in over here too, it's fairly deep, so you would get cold pretty quick and you get soakers all the time. So that's not really fun, and then over here, if you did it over here, there's a lot of snow. It's really cold, so you don't want to build it over here. You kind of want to build it in a closed-in area, but not too closed in, but not in the middle of a trail. So yeah. So also, you don't want to build a campsite right here because there's a lot of big brush, as you can see, like all this, and it's just like, it's a pain to get rid of, but it would be kind of nice area except for all this. So if you were to build one, you'd have to clear all that out, which would take a little bit. But yeah, I would suggest a little bit more open area, like as in. So like I said, this spot would be a little bit better. This is like a nice campsite building spot. You have some water all along there. You have, this ground is a little bit mushy, but not really. There's not a whole lot of brush. There still is some, but not a whole lot. There's some good strong trees everywhere. You're in the middle of nowhere, and you could easily just grab some wood. Like, I could just come over here and I have wood. Good for just whatever. Except there is some water pieces, which is not good. But it's full of moss, so it's really good for food. And as you can see over here, it's a little bit more dry, or sorta, not really, but so this would be the ideal camping spot. So it's a little bit open, but not a whole lot open. You've got direct sunlight, which is good for during the day. And also it's all dried up here, so it's good for fire starting, building a campground so it won't shift as much with all the water. There's a good water source. There's some strong trees, sorta, but there's some good fire starters with like sticks and stuff, and it's a good dry environment to build a strong structure. So, as I said in the other clips and stuff, that for campsite and stuff, one thing you don't want to have is a big rocky, because if you have some tent poles or some sticks here, a big rainstorm and that's all coming down, so that's not good. So what you kind of want is something not too mushy, not too hard, and then you don't want something too, like, sticky. Kind of like over here, there's some mud. You don't want that, like, well, I do, but like, not for a campsite building. That's not good. And then if you come over here, it's a little bit more dry. It's a little bit better, but there's still a lot of big rocks, so it'd be a pain if you're trying to dig a little bit. So not really, and this is also not good, so you kind of, not a good thing, so stay out of the rocks. Okay, so you don't want something wet, too fluffy kind of ground. You don't want something like rocks, and you don't want too much brush. So as you can see, this is kind of the best spot. It's not full of brush. There's a little bit of snow, but you could easily get rid of that. Kind of closed in. It feels really warm and toasty in here, and it's nice. Like, you could easily just get rid of this, and it's all kind of hard, And there could be water source. There's a water source right there. So it's kind of nice. It's nice ground. It's nice dirt. Nothing, not a whole lot of rock. Not clay, because that would suck. And again, right over here. Nice. Kind of all closed in. There's some rocks to block the wind. You're kind of lower, but not too low, so there's a lot of water. It's almost like a downhill, and it's nice.